Now, for almost 2 years during the pandemic, most of us were locked up in our homes, away from family and friends. We've all battled through tough times and celebrated the good times, alone. There were moments when we longed to be with our loved ones. Not being able to see our parents when they're sick, it left millions of us tormented. Many across the world could not even bid goodbye to their loved ones that they lost to the Wuhan virus. Smiles went virtual, hugs went virtual, and even tears went virtual. Thankfully, 2022 has been a relief for many as the dark days of COVID-19 faded away. Festivals in several countries returned to their full fervour this year. But will Christmas for the United Kingdom this year be pandemic-like again? In the latest, Britons have been told to avoid the elderly if they have a cough or a cold, which means many could possibly spend another Christmas away from their parents and grandparents. The message from the authorities is this: if you feel unwell, stay at home. This year, people across the United Kingdom prepared for their least restricted Christmas, since COVID curbs force families to stay apart. For many, this stay-at-home advice brings back the haunting memories of lockdown. An advisory to wear masks in enclosed spaces is also back. The NHS, the National Health Service, is under immense pressure, with the number of people in hospitals rising by 2/3 in a week. And according to data, an average of 1,939 people with flu were in hospital each day last week, up 67% from the previous week. An average of 149 critical care hospital beds were occupied by flu patients in the week ending 18th December, up 72% on the previous week. Let's talk about cases of scarlet fever now. It is an infection linked to strep A. They are twice as high as expected. It has already infected more than 30,000 Britons. The virus is mainly caused due to a bacteria, and it triggers flu-like symptoms like high temperature and a sore throat. Difficulties in dealing with the virus have been aggravated by nurses, paramedics and other health workers announcing walkouts over wages. They say they are underpaid and overworked. They want a wage hike on par with inflation. October saw UK inflation climb to a 41-year high of 11.1%. Its citizens are already battling a worsening cost of living crisis. Energy bills are rising, grocery bills are rising, fuel prices are up. People have been forced to rein in their spending this festive season. And how is the British government, led by Rishi Sunak, dealing with all of this? It says it has made up its mind it will not back down against the striking workers. There is no sign of a breakthrough between the striking workers and the government. Sunak says the best way to help workers would be to reduce inflation as quickly as possible. Health workers, however, are not convinced. The strikes will spill over to the next year as well. Nurses and ambulance workers announce further disruptions. It's a nightmare on the streets. But the UK government does not want to be blamed, neither for the rising costs, nor for the ongoing strikes, and definitely not for increasing hospitalisations. They want the onus to be on you, on the people. So they've advised families to stay apart in the holidays. It's true that each one of us is responsible for our safety and that of our loved ones. I'm not debating that. All of the learnings from the pandemic, one that is crucial is that we need to keep ourselves safe to ensure that others around us are safe. Maintaining social distancing, washing and sanitizing hands regularly, wearing a mask in case of symptoms, all this is a part of our lifestyle right now. Citizens continue to do the bit, but are governments doing enough? Have they completely passed on the onus on their citizens? The simplest solution is to lock them down. In the UK, the Sunak government has ruled out any compromise with striking health workers. The medical infrastructure is only likely to further be burdened. It's crumbling. All this amid an increasing fear of the Wuhan virus. So it asks you to stay away from the loved ones, from all your family members, especially during the holidays. It asks you to maintain distance, to spend the holidays alone, A cop-out by the Rishi Sunak government, isn't it? WION World is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news updates on the move.